Ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Laughing Man, and welcome back to The Crust. Picking up right where we left off.
Absolutely. First, we need to increase production. We have smelting furnaces, but we need extractors and refineries to extract the oxides. Director, research underground mining and place 2 extractors on the iron and silicon veins.
Okay, so if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, last time we got through the tutorial and there was a cataclysm on the moon. This is what we want right here. It just makes things so much cleaner. So, we're going to crack on. 2 times speed. If I remember right, yes, we are digging all of this out.
Research complete.
Oh, just clean all of this one up. Right, we have our regular extractors.
Don't forget that extractors need electricity. Hold down shift to build a chain of utility poles.
Yes, we know. Right, so we're just going to let our drones do all this work so we can make this clean. So I hope you're all doing okay, guys. As you can probably hear, we've made a few improvements since the last episode, including new microphone setup. So if there were any problems with the audio quality, please do let me know in the comment section down below. We're still trying to dial this in, but hopefully it's a significant improvement to the headset we were using. I'm just going to speed up time for a minute here while they just do their work. We are wasting research. We're going to go there. Like I said, this is what we want. Multi-regolith refineries. Oh, it's beautiful. And after this, we're going to go for conveyor belts. And this is why I'm also doing all this digging. We're getting ready for that. This should also be making us a hell of a lot of smart concrete.
Research complete.
Are we at the maximum here? Yes, we do have our maximum drill drones.
Research complete.
We're going to get a start on that now. It's 58 days. I need to get rid of that. That's going to annoy me. Oh, where's that star here? Games like this, patience is the virtue. Especially if you're like me, you like it clean in the look. There we go. So those boys are digging away. Whoops. We don't want to do that.
The data that the extractors have started mining. Now finish the research and build 2 regolith refineries for producing iron and silicon respectively. Director, place the regolith refineries similarly to optimize future production. Single regolith refinery extracts the necessary oxides from the regolith by thermal treatment. The process leaves slag that can also be used in production.
We're going to get those up and running while we can.
Objective achieved.
Got to have those redundancies. You're the silicon. You're the iron. And our drones will just ferry those resources for now.
The single regolith refinery is a mono-refinery that can only produce one type of oxide at a time. Be sure to select the recipes for iron and silicon oxide to start production.
So this is all very manual for now. We will be automating shortly. As don't want to waste the resources or the cash right now. But what we do need to do is increase our batteries.
Objective achieved.
Director, a conveyor belt will speed up production and eliminate the need for drones in resource delivery. I advise you to keep an eye on this technology.
And that'll increase our power output for now. Each battery is only capable of outputting so much power, so the more batteries you have, the more power you're able to output, and that's shown here. So at the minute we can output 60 with our current battery setup. I am completely wasting resources here.
You heard him, Director. Now we have a steel production chain, but we can increase its efficiency by connecting the modules.
Use the conveyor tool and connect the extractor to the refinery and smelting furnace. This way, the resource-rich regolith will go into the refinery without needing to engage drones. Optimization at its best.
And there we go. Automatic mining, refining and smelting. This is only a temporary setup, obviously. Also gives our drones a chance to pick up the rest of this regolith. The other reason why you'll do the motor refinery is each of these resource nodes, as you can probably see, has different levels of metals in it. So it's actually really inefficient only using the one regular refinery. So we need research. No, it just reaches, but I'll get rid of that shortly.
Objective achieved.
Steel!
Director, we managed to send the research rover scout. It's essential for your mission. Examine the satellite repeater and activate it by any means possible. Mr. Ratchet will help you sort out the controls. You're free to use data that will help the mission. Some of it will expedite the research. Professor Wilfrey knows what to do with it. However, remember that all ship logs, crew records, and other materials related to the incident are the property of Crust. Your company has no authority to examine this information.
Yeah.
Ratchet, did you hear? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. Don't mess it up. They won't give us another one.
I wouldn't laugh at that if I were you. We're sending an expensive machine off base where the satellite link doesn't work. If we lose it, well... Anyway, Director, let's get back to work. Land the cargo pod with the rover and we'll get...
And now we have our little scouting rover.
Horizon 6. Almost everything has been modified. Only the hull is original. There's serious hardware there. Even Crust doesn't have much like it. Send it off base and see what we can find with it.
And there she goes off to explore the great wilderness of the moon. How are we doing down here? Steel. We're going to have to dismantle a couple of these so we can get our steel production online. We can rebuild them.
Objective achieved.
Aha! We have steel production. Temporarily.
Objective achieved.
Right.
Crust
Whoops.
has sent the coordinates of the repeater. Let's send the rover there and try to deal with that piece of junk.
And off goes the rover.
Colleagues, I'll remind you that we already received payment for the FASM contract, but haven't started fulfilling it yet. We need to hurry up to avoid damaging our reputation as a reliable supplier.
Yes, I know.
In this case, we need to research and build a landing platform.
Words have failed me.
Director, I consider it my duty to remind you that lunar research is divided into three main fields: fundamental, engineering, and social. Each laboratory is capable of conducting independent research, but studying certain technologies may require the cooperation of multiple fields. All available research requires multiple types of science points at once. You can assign tasks in different sections, and then the research plan will be conducted in parallel. You can always rearrange your research to actualize the priorities for your current goals.
Director, it looks like the rover's run out of power. Now, it couldn't beat a turtle in a race, and until the sun is up again, there's nothing we can do about it. The rover is solar powered, and as soon as the sun goes down, it starts using energy from its batteries. Keep this in mind when planning long-distance expeditions.
So there we go. We've got to wait on the rover's battery bank to recharge once the sun comes round. And you also had a quick explanation of the research fair as well. So the research itself actually wastes away if you don't use it. So you want to make sure you've got a research going on for all three science types. So you can see we're currently using the blue here for our hard rock drilling. And we're using the green and the orange, which I believe is our engineering and our fundamental research for these regular refineries. Eventually all three will be on this. We're filling up that depot. Oh, that machine needs repairing. There we go. Okay, we've got a nice stockpile of materials now. Everything's breaking down.
Objective achieved.
Director, Crust could prove to be valuable allies if we play by their rules. If not, it's better for us not to test their patience.
I don't know what that one was about. We'll be able to automate that with some research shortly. We're just, at the minute, we're speed running for one particular thing. But once we get that multi-regular refinery, it will kick this off big time. It's very worth getting. There we go. Now our solar panels should be charging. Our battery banks. And we'll be able to harvest all of this shortly as well.
Director, it will be extremely difficult to fully reactivate the repeater under the current circumstances. It will still serve our mission, but it is no longer connected to Earth. We extracted the necessary data, but I'd suggest holding off on reporting it to Crust. It's full of valuable resources that would come in handy at our base.
Mr. Ratchet, are you out of your mind? You're going to go behind Crust's back, and this rover isn't even capable of carrying cargo.
We'll report the data we found after retrieving the surviving resources. Crust doesn't necessarily need to know they existed. For delivery, let's try to fix this piece of scrap metal. Pathfinder 3B. It's an outdated model, but it has increased maneuverability and payload capacity. Just what we need. Excellent.
Resources are handy.
Crust has enough on their plate. Let's not bother them unnecessarily. Send the drones to repair the cargo truck when they have enough materials.
So we need some steel for that. Our steel production, we're at 32, we need a bit more yet. Do you want another cheesy way? No, it's 18.
Research complete.
Right, now all our research points are going to go into the regular refinery. And we're going to get our license for tender system once that's finished. As our green research points are nearly done on that one. So what we can do here is temporarily assign a storage crate. There we go. Where is it? And now we can repair our rover. And look at that, we've now started clearing out the rare earth elements. We'll just clean this up a bit.
Objective achieved.
You might not think so by the look of this old guy, but the cargo truck has passed all the tests and is ready to go. Now send it to the repeater and pick up the resources we found.
Yes, sir. He's already on his way. Set an expedition, cargo truck, expedition settings, fill all, send. Let's investigate that tower. Might as well keep that cargo truck busy. That's the wrong button. $72%.
Research complete.
Advanced solar panels is going to be very useful. We'll get ice processing. It's a nice, easy, cheap technology. There we go. In the middle of the barren landscape stands a long control tower. There are no obvious signs of damage, and the structure seems to have been abandoned for some time. There are no people or the usual rover in sight. Emergency boxes are empty, and the only interesting thing is the information from the control computers. According to it, a supply convoy was supposed to pass nearby but never reached its destination. Nice big research boost there. Now, oh look at that, 4.1 days now because of that. 4 days. I love a nice little research boost. So we're just going to watch that. As soon as that finishes, we will finish this episode. And in the next episode, we'll redesign this. We're also going to do some scouting for more resources. Which means we want some of these.
Objective achieved.
Alice, we're done. The resources are already in the truck. It's time to report back to Crust.
Research complete.
Okay, I'll send a message.
Objective achieved.
Do you not understand the seriousness of a mission entrusted to you? You were supposed to hurry. We anticipated that fully restoring communication with the moon might not be easy, but the situation is even worse than expected. Listen to me carefully, Director. From now on, any information you receive from Crust must be kept strictly confidential. You are tasked with organizing and equipping an expedition to the meteorite impact site on the far side of the moon. To accomplish this, you will need to obtain navigation data for the transport, deploy a life support system for the operators, await further instructions.
And there we go. I think with that, we'll finish the episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the second episode of The Crust. As usual, if you like my videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to keep up with this series, we publish this every Wednesday at 3 p.m. BST. But until the next time, guys, I've been the Laughing Man. Take care. Bye-bye.